Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at Heart, Stanley Roberts.
That was your fault.
That was my fault. Can you guys hear us now? We were having mic issues earlier and testing it. And then when we put the slate up, I said, oh, our mic's hot. So he muted it. And then we forgot to unmute it. You are talking to yourselves. Are we really? Can you guys hear us now?
Yeah, they can hear us now.
Okay.
I can know they do because I see it. There you are.
There you are. Okay.
Sorry about that. So what happened was, normally I have the microphone on this side and the camera on this side. But for some reason, this side refused to play the microphone, and this side, so I switched them over. And then in the confusion of switching things over, we muted so we didn't get caught saying something on a hot mic, because hot mic can end a career.
That's true.
I've seen many careers ended by a hot mic.
You always have to assume that the mic is hot.
So the mic is hot. The mic is hot.
The mic is hot. The mic
you're in
is
the pipe,
hot.
So I'd rather have no audio, and that way if we say something wrong, it doesn't go out. Because, the minute we say something wrong, it'll be retweeted and repaid and everything. We have more than it'll be like 1 million views.
More so if you say something wrong.
No.
If I say something wrong, nobody's going to really care.
And we dropped it like it's hot. Yes. Hello.
Yes.
So, hello,
drop
everybody.
It like it's hot.
We've been gone a little bit.
2 weeks.
2 weeks because I was out on a major motion picture project. And I spent a week in the Tenderloin of San Francisco, the hardcore Tenderloin, where I walked around and talked to people. And I'm doing this series I'm working on right now. And every Wednesday we'll have a new video segment on GothamByTheBay.com. And that name was brought on by Susan Dyer Reynolds, who gave me a call and said, hey, can you come back and use some of your expertise in the Bay Area? We want to talk about the opioid problem in the justice system. I don't do politics, so I made it clear that I don't do the political part of all this. I'm willing to go in and look around and see what the issue is with a fresh set of eyes, which is what I did. And I literally spent a whole week there. It was interesting. It was a piece aired on YouTube last Wednesday. It's on there now. It's called Gotham by the Bay, The Introduction. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. Let me put it this way. According to YouTube, it's been on for 3 days, and I have a 7,000% increase in subscribers based on that 1 3-minute piece alone. So,
why'd you take off your glasses?
Because I realized that it reflects off the lights.
Oh yeah.
But I can't see when I take them off.
Oh.
So I got to get some better glasses that don't reflect. So I'm blinding people with my X-ray vision. Hello.
Hi. I missed you when you were gone for a week.
You missed me? Were you shooting at me?
No, I missed your present. No, I missed you.
You missed seeing me.
I missed seeing you.
Oh, I thought you missed me. I was shooting at you and I missed.
It's his serious face.
Yeah, that's my game face.
Game face.
So it was an interesting shoot. It was eye-opening on the problems in San Francisco. And as you know, people say I have a very unique way of telling stories. So the stories will be done in my very unique way, the only way I know how to tell them. I'm not your typical journalist. I'm a little bit atypical. And so it's a good piece. And you should check it out. So go to GothamByTheBay.com. Subscribe, it's free. And as we do more, you'll see it there first. So I have an editor. He's been working on the next piece now. It was written. He's working on it now, and he even said, "Oh my God, this is incredible." So coming from the editor, was watching it, Preston Young. Uh, I can only tell you for what it's worth. We shot it with hidden cameras, real cameras, had a camera crew. We had 2 bodyguards. We had interviewed random people. We interviewed people that we selected to interview. Uh, it was crazy. It was.
Did it feel good to be back out there?
It felt good to be back out there, but it was a little weird because it's like you have a project you're working on, and they didn't actually give me a deadline. They didn't say we need this done by X, Y, Z. When I worked for Cron, my deadline was every day. I walked in the door, and 8 hours later was my deadline.
Yeah. Those day turns can be crazy.
So this is a little different that I get to go out there every day and just look and just watch and talk to people and come out at 3 a.m. and see people still running around trying to get high. Crazy. But it's some stuff that surprised me, which are going to be in the pieces which you really should see. But enough about me. Uh, uh, I'm doing 5 hours of overtime tonight. I'm 3 hours in and I'm already exhausted.
Oh, producer Chase. That's okay. 2 more hours to go. You got this.
Turmeric?
2 more hours to go.
I said turmeric.
What about turmeric? Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Oh, turmeric. Is it turmeric or turmeric? Why? He's been messing with me so much today. And don't tell him about the kangaroo.
I wasn't going to say a word about it.
Okay, well, thank you. You're not going to.
I wasn't going to say
Anyways.
anything about you seeing the deer and asking where they kangaroo. I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't. I promise.
I am dead. Producer Jace is always very nice to, well, I guess to see you typing to us.
I know.
He says it's always nice to see you. So 2 more for overtime, then regular time starts at 11. Oh, gosh. Wait, and it's, what time is it there now?
It's Florida. They don't have any time in Florida.
Wow, it's already 9:49 there. So basically, you are going straight into your shift, your regular shift.
So Gabriel wrote he was gone for 2 weeks, but was back home, but back in time for dinner. Well, because I cooked dinner. So yeah, I need to be back in time.
So I didn't eat the entire time he was gone.
She lost like 20 pounds.
I lost like 20 pounds. Can you tell? I didn't eat the entire time he was gone because I don't make dinner.
Yeah, she was a protest dinner.
What?
Protest,
Oh, I didn't eat dinner in protest?
Yeah.
Because you were gone?
Yeah, you're like, where are you? Where are you? In my shoes. And I'm going to get you and your little dog too.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a horrible shift, producer Jace. 6 p.m. to 7 a.m.
All right, so let's talk about movies.
Okay.
So we've been
movies
watching
or shows? Because we just finished on Netflix. Well, I mean, some people might be like, "Oh, we've been there and watched that already."
No, I'm saying that every time I say movies, you go, movies or shows, or movies or series. I mean, you still watch it. It's like if I don't get it, oh, it's not a movie, it's a series.
Okay, but you just made fun of me for kangaroo and deer, so.
Well, I mean, but it's a little different from a kangaroo and a deer. Then you said a fox.
And a series and a. You weren't supposed to say anything.
I didn't. You made me say it.
Okay, but a series and a movie too are different.
All right, fine. Anyway, so in this series we were watching
on Netflix,
it's a little disconcerting to watch. It's actually, if you don't like foreign movies, then you may not be for you, because there's 3 things wrong with it. First of all, everything is in Spanish. It's dubbed in English, but the closed captioning is, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, the subtitles they're in English as well, but they just don't match what the dub is. So the dub in English doesn't match the subtitles that are English, but then at the same time when they talk, the words that are mouthed are in Spanish, so like none of it matches. So really you get past that point.
So that's fine, and my ass are.
Oh yeah, so
for some reason those 2 words are interchangeable.
Those 2 are it was weird because on the subtitles said my ass, right?
Right.
But she said that's fine.
That's fine.
So like those for some reason equate. They're how are those equivalent to one another?
My ass.
That's fine.
There we go.
Anyways, the show's called Money Heist.
Yes.
So good.
It's really good if you can get past the lips not working.
Yeah.
And if you can get past Ortoro. Because he's
Oh
a
gosh,
really
Ortoro is
annoying.
a really annoying character.
And this is, so we're on we just ended season 5. And we're not going to tell you, if you're into it, we're not going to be a spoiler.
Yeah, we won't spoil
We won't say anything other than that if you haven't seen it, you might want to watch it. It's pretty good.
It started, I think, 2016?
I don't know. Pretty good. I already seen it before, but I watched it again with
me.
With her for the first time.
Yeah, so it was good. J.K. Grammar, so they need to step up their dub.
Their dubs. I mean,
yes.
But you know what though? I've seen some dubs that are even worse than that. So this dub was like, was dubbed by apparently some guy who translated English. I think he was Spanish, but his second language was English.
Maybe.
So he tried to dub it the best way he could, but it's like, you're like, wait a minute, these words don't match at all.
And the subtitles, it was like so weird because they would say like, I don't know, the my ass and the that's fine, I think were the farthest furthest away from anything it didn't make any kind of sense.
So this one though, I get it. And Chris wrote, I don't watch films that TV has been dubbed. Oftentimes the nuance of the original language is lost. And I agree, that's true. And I have a hard time with that too. But this movie is action packed.
And the story is like just how detailed it is, the storyline, and it's very good.
And everything that you think you really don't know.
Right. It's not predictable. And he loves things that are not predictable because every time he usually watches shows, he can predict what happens next. And if it's predictable, he doesn't find them very intriguing. But since this show wasn't predictable, it's like you would think one thing and another thing that you didn't think of would happen. And it'd be like, it keeps you on your toes, basically.
So I tell her, she looks at, oh my God, it's such and such dead. And I go, everything is not as it seems in the show.
It's very true. Yep.
So what you think happened, they mess with your brain.
Yeah.
And when they mess with your brain, you thinking, oh my God, and then they flip the script on you, and you go, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
So it does drag you in. It is great.
I mean, on Friday, I think after I got off of work, we watched like a whole almost 2 seasons. Each one is like 8 episodes. So I think we might have watched like 14 episodes.
So then we tried to watch Squid Game.
We tried. He started off by watching it.
But the first thing I noticed about Squid Game was that
it was predictable.
It was predictable.
Yeah.
Guy gets money. The guy doesn't have any money. He steals money. He wins at the track. He goes outside. He gets mugged. I'm like, okay, it's already predictable.
But he's only seen like part of that first episode. So if anybody has seen Squid Game and it's actually really worth seeing, let us know. I mean, it's been on the top 10 on Netflix for like, I don't know, like a week.
Yeah, but it's a squid. And it's a game. So wait.
That's not even what it is.
So J.K. Grammar, I can't go without saying this. He said that you guys would love small town news docuseries on HBO. The people are delightfully weird. Okay. So
it's called, what is it called? Small Town?
Small Town.
Okay.
So I think I did see that before.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of, we don't actually have a subscription to HBO, just for the record. We actually only have Netflix
and Amazon
Prime because it comes with a card.
Yeah.
And we don't really subscribe to a lot, even though we do television. Because only one of us, we have only one income, we have to limit our television watching. Everything costs money nowadays.
Yeah.
And we have to limit stuff. We even limit the groceries we buy sometimes because we want to make sure we stay within a budget. Because even though, we're in Arizona, everything is going through the roof now.
Everything's starting to get expensive. But
even the gas is getting over $3 now.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because when we went to Orange County last weekend, I had an event and we looked at the gas and it was like almost $5. It was like $4.50.
$4.45.
Yeah, it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, gotta get back to Arizona where it's like I think before we left it was $2.75. Now gas at Costco here in Arizona is $2.98.
Yeah, but $2.98 here is cheap compared to.
No, but it was $2.75 before we left, like from last week. So it went up significantly as well.
And we were at Newport Beach and we were at Huntington Beach. beautiful area.
Yeah.
And then we woke up this morning to find out that it had been destroyed.
Yes, oil spill.
Oil leak.
Oil leak. Yes, you told me.
So they call it oil spill because it spilled into the water. But and by definition, it's not a lot of oil, but it's a lot of oil. So when I say a lot of oil, Exxon Valdez was something like 40 million barrels of oil. And I think the BP was 10 million barrels of oil, I think. So this is sitting 100,000 barrels.
But you know what too much is? Too much
One
is
drop.
when it gets, yes, exactly.
One drop.
It too much is when it's where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah. So oil should, and the funny thing is, first people said to me was, let me go backwards. The first thing someone said to me on Twitter was, wait, I thought that was a no drill area. So have you ever been to Long Beach? From Long Beach, which is San Pedro Harbor, all the way down to Newport Beach, you will see, if you look out while you're driving, you will see oil rigs. Now, they're not your typical looking oil rigs because they look like little towers in the water. And so under that is oil pipelines for the oil cruisers that come in, and they plug them into there and they pump the oil out. And because the refineries in Carson and what have you. And just, ironically, and this is the irony of all of this, and I just told you this the other day.
The gas prices.
Every single summer, I'm going to say it again, every single summer, something happens just during that so-called blend. So they have in LA, in California, they have something called a summer blend.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do they have a winter blend too?
Well, by definition, yes, because if they have a summer blend, then if you don't have a summer blend, the other one's a winter blend. So, but every year, if it's not something, like for instance,
a refinery
Carson has
fire.
a refinery fire.
They had a refinery fire in the Bay Area at one point too.
And then all of a sudden, guess what? We had a refinery fire. Gases go up for a week or 2 weeks. And exponentially, if you think about it, they're making billions extra for those 2 weeks because the price went up.
But we don't know if this
oil... Well,
I
know, and I'm not being a conspiracy theory. I'm not trying to be, what's that dude's name with the tinfoil hat? I'm not trying to be him, Alex Johnson. I'm not, or Alex.
I don't think that's his name.
Alex somebody. They'll type it in here in a few minutes. His name was Alex. He was like the tinfoil. He just got sued. He just lost a lawsuit for Alex Jones. Thank you. I knew it. Maverick is right on top of it. Diane is trying to go and use Google.
Alex Jones.
So, yeah. And they
that's him?
Yes. So, and they're showing the pictures with tinfoil hats on. So Alex Jones, well, let's get away from him because I'm not trying to be that way. But it seems like every year when it's time to switch blends, when gas is supposed to be cheaper because we're getting towards the winter, there's a mysterious fire. Now there's a mysterious oil leak. And then guess what? Oh, we had an oil leak and it slowed down production and we got to raise the prices. Who
do you sound like right now?
Yeah. Typing it one-handed while eating
bibingka. Ooh, bibingka's so good. It's a Filipino dessert. I mean, it's like a, what do you call it? Yeah, like I feel like you might have tried it.
Bibingka?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had bibingka.
I'll show you a picture of it.
No, it's okay.
So that you can see what it looks like. I think
Hero, you know it, girl.
I love it.
Bibingka.
Where did you get it from, Chris?
From the Bibingka store. Bibinkas are us.
Really? See, look, you've had this before. The coconut.
I never had bibingka.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I had longanisa.
Oh yeah, longanisa is not dessert though.
I love longanisa. I make longanisa with black rice.
Chris, can you send some over this way? I haven't had bibingka in a long time.
We can't even send my mask because it costs $800.
That's very true.
You can't send some bibingka.
That's true. Don't send us anything.
No bibingka.
It's bibingka.
And a friend of his made it.
It's bibingka.
Bibingka. La 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 binka.
Anyways, wait, so going back to shows, J.K. Grammer says it's called Small Town News, pulling back the curtain on life at a privately owned TV station in the small desert town of Pahrump, Nevada.
Hold it, stop.
Revealing a colorful...
Stop. We don't want to watch a TV show about news.
When we work in news. Yeah. Okay, wait, I think
that's like watching this movie about Costco.
If you work at
Costco, yeah.
Well, I feel like maybe I'll watch it when I don't work in news anymore.
Yeah, maybe if it's still available. It's like today we went to Costco today, and the Costco aquarium, they took it out.
Aquarium. Well, part of the Costco. Some of the Costco still have the plexiglass.
Yeah. So you know how you have the worker behind the glass, like it's like fake bulletproof glass, and it's like they feel like super protected because we don't want our projectiles to go across the glass. So it's like 800 feet of glass, and then you got this little hole where you got to type in to put your money. We get there, it was kind of strange because it was all gone.
Yeah, there was no
I
plexiglass.
was like, wait, I can just reach out and touch you?
Read out,
Eh,
read
don't-
out,
don't-
reach out and touch.
So he wrote the dude to show the trip, it'll crack you up. Okay. JK
Okay, we
Grammar.
might give it a try. Wait, it's on HBO?
We don't have HBO.
No, but did he say it's on
Yeah,
HBO?
it's on HBO.
Okay, well, if we
It's
ever,
on the Hobo channel.
there's no extra O in there.
Hobo. Oh, HBO.
A
license plate.
H-Bo.
Okay, Hubbo.
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 Hubbo. We're going to watch Hubbo. Remember when oh, wait, I love HBO because growing up, I was poor, so we never had HBO.
I didn't either.
But you always had those friends. You always had those friends that had HBO. Well, we had, see what we had, we finally got cable.
You okay? Drink some water.
We finally got cable because it just took me up for a minute thinking about how poor I used to be. We finally got cable, but we didn't have HBO, so we had the squiggly lines. And so,
oh gosh, I know where this is going.
so we'd watch TV for hours
trying to figure out, yep. And it was like it was
porn.
Was it porn, yeah.
You're trying to watch the porn.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't.
You're trying to watch the porn through the squiggly
Wait,
lines.
but you could hear it though?
You could hear a little bit of it, but it was like they didn't really have a way to scramble
and
TV
how old
back
were
then.
you?
Old enough to know that I could see porn, through the little squiggly lines on HBO. And then you went to your friend's house. You know that friend, the one where their mom and their dad, they sell things on the open market and they have a whole lot of money. So they got the Sky pager, and all the stuff. They got the car with the spinning wheels that didn't even have them back then. And, with the diamond in the back, the sunroof top, digging the scenes with the gangster lean. Remember that?
I know what song.
You know what I mean. You know
the
people that sold stuff.
Yes.
They sold pharmaceuticals. They sold pharmaceuticals, and they always had everything. And so we would go to their house and they'd have HBO, and they were since they sold pharmaceuticals, they really didn't care about what we did in the house. So when HBO came on, remember? Is that
the open
That's the
HBO?
opening when HBO flies across the neighborhood.
I didn't have HBO growing up.
Oh my God!
I didn't want to watch. Well, actually, now that I think about it, you know how you were watching squiggly lines? I would go to my friend's house, and when we watched HBO, it was that Chucky movie that we watched.
No, but
this was back in the 90s, though.
But don't you remember the song though?
No,
it was like you don't remember that song.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
You never turned on HBO, and you go, and it was like, and it starts off with the HBO flying across like the city, and it was like,
are you really singing the HBO song?
That's the theme for HBO.
Is it still the theme?
I think they still have it.
Why are you so excited?
Because it brings back joy when HBO came on, because you knew that once the parents went to sleep, you got to watch porn.
Wow.
You was like this going.
I'm sorry, I wasn't like
you're
that.
Like, Mom,
that wasn't me.
You're like, Mom, can I go back over such and such a house? Nah, they drug dealers. I mean, pharmaceuticals. I'm like, Mom, I had never seen them sell drugs. How do you think they can afford it? So if you had a pager back then,
yeah,
if you had a fancy car and you were black, I'm gonna say it this way: if you were black and you had anything fancy, the only thing you could have done was two things: you either a sports figure, or either you sold drugs. I got stopped. I got literally stopped when I had a pager multiple times, and the first thing they say to me was, "Why do you have a pager?" That was the first word, because immediately they assumed that I'm doing drugs because I'm selling drugs because I have a pager. My response is always, because I'm a news reporter. I mean, I work in the news business. Shut them down. Boom.
I totally think I just saw part of Bube. Bube? What's Bube?
I don't see that.
Oh, it's because I need to allow it. Should I allow this? Yeah. I don't know what that means.
What does it say? Ha, no.
Diane, check your Twitter DMs. I sent the video.
All right.
Oh, for the HBO opening? Okay.
Oh, I told you I saw part of a Bube. What's a Bube? Young Stanley. Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know what a Bube is.
Oh, no. Is that like because you're watching porn, I think.
Big And would it be? I don't know. What's a boob? A boob.
Oh, boob.
Oh, is that boob?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be B-O-O-B.
But he spelled it boob so it could go through, and it still didn't go through, I think.
And wait, but HBO
It
was
still
like,
didn't go through. I had to let it through.
apparently not, but I know what that means.
Yeah, you got around it. Wait, okay, here it is.
I
Intro.
was like, what's a boob?
1983.
Oh, wait.
It's like loading.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got your phone on. You know, you still got your phone on airplane mode.
No, it's not on airplane mode.
What did I say? So anyway.
Wait, hold on.
So, I mean, it was soft porn, just for the record. It wasn't like Debbie Does Dallas. There it is. Oh, no. That's music.
Oops.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
That's copywritten music.
Okay, wait, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, now you just got us blocked. We got us banned. We're going to be pushed off everything. We're gonna have
No.
everybody hitting us up.
No.
Everybody's going to hit us up like, oh, that's a violation of,
I
of
forgot.
the World Trade Center music dialogue owned by 1,800 people are going to be logging on and saying that's their music.
You know why they're not?
Why?
Because you'll take it out.
No, I'm not taking it out.
Why not?
This is recorded. We're live. We're going to do it live.
Why is your voice so high?
Because you.
Okay, I swear we didn't have any kind of caffeine before this. He's just super energized, and I'm sorry I played the musica. We can take that out later.
No,
but I will watch it later.
Be dinged by HBO. We're gonna have the lawyers. The FBI. You know that thing says any recording or playback of this video,
but you know,
unauthorized video of this song will be called for the FBI to come to your door. I wonder if anybody's ever shown up at the door going, "Excuse me, sir, you played that music without consent of FBI."
So when you sang it earlier,
that's
that
different.
Doesn't count? Oh, that's different. Okay.
If you sing it, I mean, I'm not a good singer, so it's not like I took the actual song and don't. Yeah. Oh, they're going to shut us down. Yeah, they're going to shut us down. You know, they're going to bring the brother down.
Okay, we'll just edit it out later.
Do you not understand live? Don't you work in TV?
Yeah, but
this is live.
When it posts. Okay.
Live.
I'm going to stop talking.
Live.
Okay, got it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you sing Happy Birthday song, you'll get fined.
Really?
Yes, try it. Watch how long it takes them to find us.
No,
Go ahead,
I'm
do
okay.
it.
I'm okay.
You know what else is copywritten?
What?
Taco Tuesday.
You just said it, Beeb.
No, I mean, I can say it. I just can't put it on a building.
You can't put it on a building?
Because someone owns the trademark. You cannot say Taco Tuesday. I mean, you can't say, well, you could say it, but some restaurant got top right a long time ago, I think.
Did you have any caffeine before we started?
I'm high on life, baby. High on life.
You're
and
on
HBO.
Life.
And
okay.
And a BEWB.
Oh my gosh. Wait. No, I don't want to play. I don't want to play Happy Birthday on my flute. I don't even want to pick up my flute anymore. It's been too long. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I should just get rid of the thing.
What's better than roses on the piano? Tulips on an organ. Come on. Did you play a flute? Don't you enter an instrumental?
You've got too much energy for me. I can't.
You might be right, though, J.K. Grammar. It may have moved over to public domain, but there was a time when Happy Birthday was actually... There's a lot of songs out there that are actually considered copywritten, and people all day long don't know that they're actually...
No, I mean, I didn't even know that.
No one knew they were violating copyright laws until the DCMA, wherever it is, started sending these letters. It kind of reminds me of they remind me of, what's that? Remember when you used to, every day you get a letter from Publishers Clearinghouse?
When you would win?
No, so remember the guy that sued? That said you already won $5 million and he went to go get his money and they said, no, you didn't win yet. And they had to change the words. It says you could win $5 million.
I don't remember that. Wait, hold on. Chris says another weird thing. It's illegal to take photos of the Eiffel Tower at night. I didn't know that.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to plug in my computer.
They
just told me, it says, hey, fool. Hey, fool. You might want to plug yourself in because you're running low on juice. Gin and juice, laid back.
With my mind,
Hey. You can't sing that part. Just the gin and juice part. That's the mind of my money, my mind is copywritten.
You're full of it.
Everything now gets you sued. Remember when Cheerios used to say that they can lower your cholesterol,
Yeah.
and they got sued because they found out that that wasn't
So
true?
what did they change the words to?
Could lower your cholesterol. So you have to
Could.
change the word to could. That's like in news. Allegedly
Or
arrested.
or apparently.
Apparently.
Or reportedly.
Reportedly arrested. But you can't say he was, and you can't say he's a criminal unless you know for a fact that he was
Arrested?
no,
Convicted?
convicted.
Convicted.
Which brings us to the other thing we talked about.
Oh, rewards.
Rewards.
Rewards,
And
yep.
This is going to tell people, you know how there's a bounty out for someone like, has that guy been found yet?
What guy? Oh, Brian Laundrie?
The laundry, yeah.
No.
The dirty laundry. Okay, so apparently, I don't think he's been found yet, although everybody's been tweeting that he's been found, and just so they can get likes. So it says there's like a reward for him, I believe. But people don't realize that the reward is not if you found him. The reward is if he gets convicted. So you can find someone every single day, and if there's $100,000 reward for that person being found, you have to read the fine print because found and convicted. And usually the catch is that let's say they go to trial and it's a mixed jury.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he got convicted. You don't get the money. So the jury kicks him loose and they say, you know what? We're not going to retry this case. They try for something different. Guess what? The deal's over. You don't get the money.
You got so much energy. J.K. Grammar says maybe Stanley had too much chocolate. That has caffeine.
I don't know. No, you know what I had? I had the bowl of soup.
Yeah, he had a loaded baked potato soup.
And water.
And water.
And water.
And water.
And water. WOOTER. Water. Okay.
And water.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, we were gonna chat about one more thing. I forget what it was though. My memory has been.
I give you the mic.
My memory has been shot for this past couple of days.
I give you the mic so that you can say whatever you want to say in the whole world.
Well, you gave me the mic and I tried to play the HBO song and you're like, music, music, music.
No,
so
because
then I messed up.
I had a bowl of coffee.
I know, seriously. This isn't the first time you guys have seen him super energized. He was like this probably a couple of weeks ago. And I was what did you have?
You know why? I'm the microphone king.
Copyright beef.
No, I can say microphone king. That's not copyright.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a fiend before I became a king.
Are you about to rap?
No, I was a fiend before I became a king.
Okay.
People try to take it. I said, yes, y'all. Wait, I can't think of the words now.
That's okay.
I don't get upset. I grab the mic, kick a hole in the speaker, grab the phone, and then I jet back to the lab without a mic to have. And then I put all the rhymes I had. Ha ha! Who that?
I have no idea.
Question.
It's not you.
Want to have Bob Fletcher on Rawini?
Bob Fletcher is that's the flat guy, right?
Well, isn't that the dude that made the racist statement about?
Oh wait, no, I said that's the flat Earth guy. That's
no. That's the dude that had the. He was driving. He does the patrol, the live patrol.
Live PD.
He got in trouble because he said something about if you do that in your town.
100 years ago.
Yeah, you got run out of town or something. I don't know. I got to figure that one out. I wouldn't mind having them, but I'm just curious to know what happened. Maybe that'd be a good thing to talk about. Also, we're going to talk about. I got a phone call. I was talking about doing the giant weed bust in Alameda County, the biggest in Alameda County, 700
pounds?
700 pounds or 70,000 pounds
of weed.
Of weed, they found that was growing in 70,000 pounds of weed. And so somebody asked the question, so if weed's legal, why are we raiding marijuana places? Do you know why?
Because they're not licensed.
Besides that?
Because they have more than they should in their...
No. Okay, so part of the reason why marijuana... When they one of the biggest problems that came about, and I learned this from Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, one of the biggest problems that happened when they said marijuana is legal and you can apply this to any drug that they legalize. There became a bigger market of, um, uh, kind of bootleg marijuana plants.
Oh, like synthetic, like
Not really boot.
they weren't like pure.
No, it's weed.
Oh,
Don't get me
okay,
wrong.
okay.
I'm saying that there are, they you give you a license to sell marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
They give out a certain amount of licenses, so they give out 100 for a county.
Right.
God, depending on how big the county is, it could be just 10.
You have to apply.
You have to apply.
Yeah.
And so you get it. The county gives it. So what happens is, and then they tax the money 20%, which is pretty high, but it's recreational marijuana, so it's when they made it legal, and yes, I do know about the weed game because I worked with the drug enforcement team for a while with LAPD.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is that they allowed it to be legalized, and they also decriminalized it, which means that small amounts under an ounce you don't get penalized for. And you can have small amount. And at first, it started off with medical marijuana, and then it became recreational in some cities. Arizona just approved it January, I believe.
Yeah.
And it came into effect in April.
No, it was approved. It was approved November of last year and went into effect in January.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you worked with them. Yeah. Yeah, I did work with the drug recognition.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The drug recognition team when I worked on the LAPD show. So we learned a lot from that. But also I learned a lot from just doing what I do now. So basically, they have a certain amount of growers that grow, and they have a certain quality of what they grow. Now, the problem that we're having with the bootleg places are that they are saturating the market with sometimes inferior weed. Not always, but sometimes inferior, sometimes better.
What does inferior mean though?
Well, some people call it, I don't know if it's skunk, where you get some weed that's like, don't give me that Bammer weed.
Oh.
I don't smoke that stuff in the SFC.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bammer weed. So Bammer
yeah,
weed
it's like
is
that.
The bad
It's
stuff.
like the weak stuff.
The weak stuff. So
Yeah.
and then you have this. You had sesamil, and then you had the kind that grew from what's that place out in up in Northern California,
Humboldt?
which was Humboldt County. Back then, at one time, Humboldt was like the bomb weed. If you got Humboldt, you was balling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got some Humboldt. Then you had the seedless. They found out the way you do it without seeds. And then you have some that grow that are all female plants, and some are all male plants. And they sometimes get the male and plant to grow together, and they,
it's like a hybrid.
A hybrid. They have.
I didn't even know any of this.
Sativa, which actually is more of a stimulant. Then you have some that bring you, that are downers, that bring you down. So what happens is you have these companies that they have the markets where you go and buy them at the stores,
mm-hmm.
and at the over the counter. But then you have the ones that grow their own, and they flood the market with their product. Now, here's where the problem is that the government isn't getting their tax dollars. So that kind of makes it illegal because now you're making it, you're selling it on the table, and it's kind of like growing up in the speakeasy where liquor was banned, but they still sold it, and the government didn't get their cut, so they would rate them.
Because they were doing it under the table, so
Yeah.
there was no paper trail.
Right, and then just like J.K. Grammer said, some people actually said that some people would actually sell oregano. So you would think you're getting an ounce of weed,
mm-hmm.
and you go home and you get an ounce of oregano or something else. And now here's where it gets more trickier. So some of the weeds have been laced with, they use chemicals that aren't approved to grow. And how do you sue for a herbicide that's illegal when you brought the drugs illegally? Or now they're having them laced with fentanyl, which has been proven to be deadly.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's bad.
So you need to have some kind of control, but they weren't expecting to find 70,000 plants. And that's about $10 million. And they always up the price of what it would be in retail because the cost of growing it is cheaper than the cost of selling it. So, if I'm wrong, then you guys can send me an email and tell me I messed up. But also remember that we got to do this part. I'm going to cut this out now with the weed part because we did it. I just told you that they got that much. I'm going to bring him on and we're going to talk about it on the next, maybe reason why aliens never invade Earth.
Yeah.
Which I was told that was the worst name ever by somebody. But,
oh gosh, by a troll who deserves no attention.
I always love the trolls that say, I really love your show, but the name is the worst name ever. Or, and yes, fentanyl, and somebody got on me for saying it wrong.
Or spelling it wrong.
Stuff. Oh, no, I didn't spell it wrong. I said
no.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I'm spelling it wrong.
Yeah. You guys are killing me on this. And in case you guys are watching or
I
listening,
totally spelled this wrong.
this is
There
we
you
have
go.
a live audience, and they are duct taped so they can't talk. They only have a laptop so they can type stuff. And of course, part of the deal is that we read back what they say, and we control the audience so that somebody doesn't yell out "bammer weed" in the middle of our thing or start singing a
You
song.
mean like you do?
Yeah.
JK grammar. I was like, should I type the correct word?
So
He spelled it Fontanelle.
well, that's a city outside of Fontana.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's Fontanelle. It's Fontana and Fontanelle.
I just wanted to correct you, JK grammar, before Gabriel did.
I love his name. Joking grammar. I'm just joking grammar. Oh, so I think so I have another piece coming out Wednesday, 3:00.
Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Specific?
Pacific
Okay.
Division.
No, we're not doing that.
division.
We're
No
not
division.
doing that. We're not doing
We're not
that.
doing that.
We're not doing math today.
It's just, no, it's not.
Mini, ha, ha.
No, it's not even math. It's just that you always say Pacific Division time. It's just Pacific time. And then when it becomes daylight savings again, then it's PDT, which is
UTC.
UTC.
Yeah.
What about UTC?
What's that mean? It's a
Universal. What? Urinary tract infection. That's UTI.
And
I
next
can't.
month we will be back to California goes back to an hour.
Yeah, when it's daylight, it'll be daylight saving
So when we
time
do it at 6
next month.
Are we gonna do it at 5 then? Or we still do it at 6? We do it at 6, it's 5 there.
Yeah.
So if we do it at 7, it's 6 there.
Yeah, but we can't do
We
it
can't
at
do
7.
it at 7.
Because
What? Oh wait.
Stop.
Why she's laughing about it?
Stop.
We went to the store today and she loves these.
What did I do?
You love those crackers.
Oh, I love those. There's these crackers at Sprouts that I really love. What? Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, coordinated universal time. But I thought it was UTC.
Universal coordinated universal time. So anyway, you can't say crackers. Anyway,
You can't say. Okay, well, I like these snacks.
yeah, I remember
that
that.
just happen to have.
And-
Okay, never mind.
So she loves these crackers that she buys.
They're very good.
And they usually have them at Sprouts for
Yeah.
buy one get one free. Oh no,
Yeah.
they have them at Sportsman.
That's an inside joke.
Have you ever noticed that the Sportsman sign looks like the Sprout sign?
Do they even have sportsmen in
I don't know,
California?
but they look alike. So every time you
They
go,
do.
look. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I said to her, I looked and said, hey, look, they have the crackers. So they do have buy one, get one free.
Yeah, and he's
Hold him up.
I'm
2
far
boxes.
away from him, so I'm like walking toward him at this point.
So I'm holding up 2 boxes and I say, hey, they have 2 boxes. Buy one, get one for the same price, right? And she goes, yes!
Because I thought he was saying buy one, it was buy one, get one free, like there was the deal. And so I'm walking over to him and I'm like, yes.
She's all excited.
Yes. I'm so excited. And then it registered to me that he said buy one, get one for the same price. And I was like, wait, what? And then I was so confused and I was like, oh, so they're basically not on sale.
Okay, so we're gonna end because you gotta get ready for bed pretty soon. But
I
I want to
do.
say this.
Okay.
So I FaceTime my daughter, my 7-year-old, who said to me that she's going to be. I'm going to be grown in 2 more months. Okay. Anyway, she looks at me and she goes, "Daddy," I said, "What do I look like to you?" So I'm not that Larry Lunchmeat thing. I'm like, "What?" I mean, we asked my daughter. I think it's a valid question. So, what do I look like to you? I wanted to hear what she thinks because I'm looking at her as my child, and I'm wondering as my child, what does she see me as?
You sound like you're a preacher. Right
So
now.
what does she see me as? So I asked her. I said, "Brooke."
You said, "Did you realize you didn't?"
I did.
You didn't say it just like that.
No, I did.
Though.
What do you see me as your daddy? What do you see me as when you look at me? And she goes, and she said something I never expected from my child. I thought, she's gonna say, "Daddy, you're out there and you're on the grind all the time. You're trying to make money. And even though you don't have no money, I know you're trying to make money. And I appreciate that. And I'm thinking, my daughter loves me, right?
She does love you, though.
Then she said, you look like a jelly bean that fell on the ground and got hair all over it.
I was like, dang. That was, we did not expect that response.
A jelly bean with hair, white hair. Because she's watched my hair go from total blackness to all white. And she goes, well, you should color it. Oh, no. She said, you should dye it. And I said, you only dye Easter eggs. And you throw those away after a few months.
I just think he should shave it. That way you don't have to worry about it being white or coloring it. But then at the same time, I know that when you shave and you shave it often, it irritates your skin.
When I shave my beard, I wake up in the morning like
it grows fast.
Rumpelstiltskin. I wake up in the morning and it grew back.
Yeah, it grows fast. I know. And it irritates your skin if you shave it too often.
Yeah, that's right. And they said they had a black man shaver. And I'm like, well, apparently I'm a super black man because it didn't work for me.
So if anyone knows of a good shaver that won't irritate his skin where he can do it often.
You can sponsor our segment and I'll use it every day.
Or you could just get laser.
No, okay. I'm trying to make some money here.
I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, okay, so never mind. Go ahead, do your pitch.
Too late, just threw that one out the window. Out the window to the wall. Well, I can't sing that one either.
From the front to back, what was you feeling that?
No. Oh, remember your friend though? He was in a bad car accident. He was in a coma for 11 days. He came out and his beard had grown.
Oh yes. So my coworker, he was in a bad crash out here. His name is Andy. We just saw him on Friday, and after not seeing him for when did the crash happen? It happened, I think, end of July or early August. But yeah, so we hadn't seen him for a while, and he was in a coma for 11 days, and he said he woke up and had a beard on his face, and was like, oh my God, he didn't even realize he had been out for 11 days. And in 11 days, he grew a full beard.
11 whole days.
It was crazy.
Without a word from you.
Really?
11 whole nights.
But he is a trooper, and we're very, very happy that he's doing better and still has positive energy. So
I'm just about through.
I
can't take it.
You are just singing all sorts of songs, and we're gonna get in trouble in this video.
Had about enough of you. I want to be on my. Who sings that?
I don't think you said all the right words.
I did.
But is that Toni Braxton?
Yes.
Yes.
I used to be in love with Toni Braxton.
Toni Braxton. I didn't even realize she had kids. She has 2 kids, right? And one of them had
Down syndrome, but he grew out of it.
No, not Down syndrome. Autism.
Autism.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. I'm sorry. Toni. Like she's
is the right like she's watching. Sorry, Toni Braxton.
Going,
like she's
Stanley. Come on.
Do you even grow?
Oh, guess who's friends with me now on Twitter?
Who?
Michael Rappaport.
Oh my God.
The actor.
Shout out to Michael Rappaport.
Shout out because I started the Michael Rappaport challenge, where every time he uses the F-bomb,
we have to take shots. A shot of liquor. That's just like every time I laugh, you guys have to take shots.
So when I posted that, he decided to follow me. So shout out to Michael Rappaport out there in the NYC, who's probably right now getting people drunk because they cursed up a storm with the Rappaport challenge, #Rappaport challenge. Every time he drops the F-bomb, you have to take a shot of liquor. Yep. There we go.
You make me so happy. You're so funny.
The latest woke people are saying that it's wrong to call your daughter princess. I think that's complete. Well, you know what?
Who's the latest woke people?
I don't know. Somebody.
Who is that? Who are those people?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a crap about that stuff.
And what does that mean?
I'm gonna be me.
I'm gonna be me. Don't put us in any boxes.
Front to back. Don't you see that?
No, it's front to back. Well, as you're feeling that, put one hand up. Can you repeat that? So don't play yourself.
People saw that dance you did the other day. She goes, "Don't judge me."
So he's like, I'm trying to hand him something, and then I'm like, okay, here you go, from the front to back. Was you feeling that? I start dancing, and he was like,
and she goes, "Don't judge me," and I said, "I'm past judging you."
He's like, I judged you 3 times already.
Yep. So Yeah, I was like, I already judged you and threw you out the window and started all over again.
Chris says video or it didn't happen.
Of what?
Video of what? Me dancing or
Hey, remember, his tweet is 8 seconds in the past. So
so
we're in the
maybe
Matrix.
we were probably talking about Michael Rappaport at that time then?
I don't know.
Yep. Oh, me dancing.
Oh, he wants to see you dance.
Oh, no.
You can't. She was
no.
she wasn't in her dress she wasn't dressed for dancing.
I was wearing pajamas.
Do you dance in pajamas around other people?
No?
I rest my case.
No, you guys won't see me dancing. Oh, wait, there was that one video of me dancing. Remember? And they took it down in Canada because the music.
I'm so tired of. Oh, I posted my weed video on TikTok and they took it down.
They took down all your TikTok videos.
Yeah, but yet you can see people punching people in the face.
Hey, do you guys think me and Stanley should do a TikTok video of us dancing?
No. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye?
Yeah, because you got me all here.
Your dancing is copywritten. Can't do it.
Yeah, you got me all twisted now. And it's just dance. You know, it'd be all on Twitter and stuff. And people like, oh man, oh it's bad enough. Oh, here's what we're gonna end on. I knew what it was.
What? What are we gonna end on?
Google.
Oh, the guy that works at Google?
No.
Oh. Who? Oh, your Wikipedia?
Yeah. I don't have a Wikipedia.
Oh, the fact that you can't make one? When you Google the basketball player comes up?
Stanley Roberts?
Yeah.
The basketball player?
It's two of your pictures and his information and his Clippers picture that comes up.
Yes.
So you're the Clippers player.
Yes. And ironically,
And you're also how tall is he?
He's 7 feet.
You're 7 feet tall.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm 7 feet, 300 pounds. Now, ironically, he played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Philadelphia.
LA Clippers.
Played for LA Clippers.
You lived in LA.
Matter of fact, I remember working at the Clippers game as a news photographer, and they would hear him say, Stanley Roberts. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do they keep saying my name? Not realizing he played for the Clippers. So every time he made a shot, Stanley Roberts. I'm like, why do they keep... You know how crazy it is to be somewhere and hear them say your name over the loudspeaker every single time he made a shot? And not knowing that, because I wasn't really into sports. And somebody said I should embrace it. You don't understand. If I embrace that...
Oh.
What?
I'll finish your thought. J.K. Grammer said something and he clowned on me.
Oh, I've heard that.
He said, I bet Diane dances like Elaine from Seinfeld.
She does. Anyway, so...
I do not.
So he says embrace it.
Definitely don't.
Here's why I can't embrace it. First of all, people have been sending me pictures of Stanley Roberts
to autograph.
To autograph. They want to know if they can send me a basketball autograph. I had a lady, someone gave someone my number, and this random lady called me on the phone and said, hey, I was at your store the other day, and I want to return something.
He has a store?
Apparently he has a store in Melrose.
Okay.
So he owns some kind of a store. I don't know if it's still there. But, I mean, it's gotten to the point where people are like, I get text messages, I get emails, I get people asking me to sign their pictures. But I can't get any of that money, though. I mean, everything is like Stanley Roberts this, Stanley Roberts that. Everybody thinks I'm this rich baller. So therefore, and then when you go to Google, it confirms it. Because if it's on Google, it's got to be right.
Oh, gosh.
But in actuality, it's Wikipedia.
So I was telling him we should make a Wikipedia page that basically says Stanley Roberts and in parentheses says TV personality. But
Wikipedia keeps rejecting it because they have a picture of me with remember, okay.
Can someone go into his Wikipedia page and delete your pictures?
I don't know. Remember when the dog the bounty hunter's wife died?
Yes.
Okay, I knew her.
Yes.
We took a picture together.
Yes.
It became national news when she died.
And they said the basketball.
They literally hold on. They legit had pictures of everybody who sent their condolences, including Stanley Roberts, the basketball player. The only problem was that was me.
Did you really go like this?
So, according to Gabriel, he said that there are no pictures of Stanley Roberts' Wikipedia page. He just checked. So it is Google. So Google's inserting the pictures, but they're referencing Wikipedia. So yes, I could run with it, but Somebody down the line would be like, and just like nowadays, somebody would be, well, remember 20 years ago when you tried to be Stanley Roberts, a basketball player? The minute I get big, they'd be like, oh yeah.
Why are you talking like that?
Because it drives me crazy that I watch somebody makes it big. And don't get me wrong. If they did something wrong, they did something wrong. But everybody's done something wrong. But the minute you get famous, all of a sudden, 20 years ago, you did something to me that I don't like that you did. And then you get put on um, Twitter. You get Twitter jail, not Twitter jail. What's it when?
Twitter jail.
No, no, not Twitter jail. When they come down on you and they go after you to try to get your job taken away from you for something you did 20 or 30 years ago. I mean, we're all guilty of something.
True.
Everybody's guilty of something.
But it's always it's funny how conveniently all that stuff comes out after like you've made it big.
If I did something
Like-
wrong, get me on it when I did it. Don't wait for me to get big and go, oh yeah, remember that day you touched my leg when your hand brushed against my leg and I thought it was inappropriate? And you're dealing with what I call it's a world of, once you get it on Twitter, it's you're dead in the water. Because everybody and their mom comes out with their opinion, and opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and it usually stinks.
Well, and also I think the bad part is if you get accused of something and it's not true, it's hard to erase that after the fact because people will go with the accusations, and then like even if your name is cleared, they'll still remember the accusations that were against you as if they were actual truth.
So long before, and we really got to get off the air here in a few minutes, but we've been on for almost an hour. It's about time to wrap it up. Long before there was Twitter and social media and all this other stuff, I had no saying that I told people. And as a guy, it's me as a guy. It affects me more than a woman. So, and this is probably going to get me in trouble, but it's okay. I'm going to say it anyway. So if you're a guy and somebody just says, "Hey, you assaulted me in a sexual manner," and it turns out that person never really did that, they made it up. The public perception is a new reality. So the perception is that you did something inappropriate. And even if you got off, they say, well, he just got off.
You know, I just said that, right?
I know, but I'm telling you, but I said it the same thing before there was Twitter, Twitmo, as Maverick calls it. Or you get, dragged down and people go online and literally say, find out where he works at. Let's get rid of his, let's take his job from him.
Yeah. People do that.
And big business said, be careful with this one, Sandy. You're right. You have to be careful because if you say something, you get thrown under the bus. And like now, I'm doing this story on the opiate problem. And I'm already starting to get the crazy phone calls, the crazy text messages, the crazy DMs. So it's my point is that you're guilty no matter what. You're good. If somebody accuses you of something, basically, you're guilty even if you didn't do it.
That's usually how it is. I feel like that's usually how it is here. It's like you're guilty before you're guilty until proven innocent, even though it should be the opposite.
It should be innocent before proven. You're innocent until proven guilty.
Until proven guilty, but here you're
in
guilty.
In social media, you're guilty until proven innocent, and even if you're proven innocent, you're still guilty in some people's minds. That never go away, and that's a sad state of what we've come to now. And I don't know what this death threat thing is you mentioned earlier today, but take it seriously. And just for the record, but wait, hold on, let me just big business. As a journalist, you are trying to get this juicy story, and that's where the action is. Well, I wouldn't even. And let me explain something to you, big business. I didn't go out there looking for the juicy story. And if there's nothing to be told, I can't do the story. It becomes salacious when you start adding your own opinion to the story or adding things and views to twist the story in the direction you want. And even though, and my biggest problem with news now, in some cases, is that some people have, people have gone to opinion journalism, which is fine, but you have to know it's opinion journalism as opposed to journalism. There's a separate thing from opinion journalism.
When did opinion journalism even become a thing?
It became a thing when we started doing these blogs on social media.
But isn't that?
And then the news, the news picked it up.
But is it actually journalism then?
It's journalism because they use the name journalism. Because Greg Moore is opinion journalist, but he's a little bit different. He doesn't, his opinion is about mostly sports stuff and things that he thinks are important. But it's a difference when it's opinion journalism and you put a spin on it that is so, just for the clicks, just for the likes. Some guy told me, if you don't listen to what I say, I'm going to not follow you anymore.
Well, I think it's also bad when you put your opinion on something and people take it for fact, because then there's that misconception that people will believe that you're actually saying something that's factual when it's your opinion.
Well, I believe in the old fashioned way. I don't want the clicks. I don't need the clicks. If you want me to fake a story, because things built on the sand never stand up. If you want to build your foundation, you build it on something solid. So the solid foundation is you do a story that stands for itself, because people will start to nitpick your story. And as a journalist, the minute you lose you build your whole year, your whole life to be
Credible.
credible. You can lose that credibility in just one stroke of a pen,
Mhm.
one post, one thing, credibility was at the door. But now it seems like you don't have to be credible. You don't have to be credible anymore. You just have to say something, and then
Well,
people believe it's true.
I think that when it comes to also social media now coming into play, a lot of people will get their news like primarily on social media, but not actually look for different sources. So they'll see a story that like looks like news on Facebook, but it's actually not a news story, but it like is formatted as though it is a news story, and people will take it for fact. And I've seen a lot of it happen with like my mom's friends, like forwarding stories on Facebook that like look like news stories, but they're not, and they're not true. And I'm like, we gotta start like looking at the facts. Like you have to be able to distinguish what is an actual story and what is not, what is fact and what is not. But social media doesn't. That's why a lot of like Facebook, Twitter, they say like they're going to start cracking down, like for example on like the vaccination there are a lot of misconceptions with like vaccination now, a lot of mismessaging, right? People are like spreading like that things that are not facts, and they are selling them as though they're facts. So they're saying now, these social media sites saying they're going to crack down, but it took like this much for them to start cracking down, when really they should have been cracking down when it came back to like 2020 election, when it came back to like things before then. But I mean, it took this now for them to say like, hey, we're going to do something about it. So let's see if they actually really do something about it. But you still do have people who will believe like, okay, this is fact, and they'll say it's fact even though like it's not fact, and spread it. So
Well, like J.K. Grammar said, you don't want to become part of the story either. Be careful when people start acting crazy. That's a true fact.
Chris is right. Check your sources, read multiple sources.
And don't believe everything you read, because I've read some stuff from some legitimate news sources that's incorrect. And
legitimate news sources will get it wrong.
Well, they're human.
And will then come back and do a correction afterwards, because whoever the source or multiple sources they got it from, if they had it wrong, then if they get it wrong, it's like a trickle effect, right? One thing, like for example, I remember I was at work one day. The Associated Press came out with a news alert. Their news alert had one wrong word in it, so they had to send down a correction. They sent down a correction like 2 minutes later, correcting it. One word could make a story completely different. So it's like they send down corrections too. So yeah, there's some points where news organizations will get it wrong, but you have to be able to know that if they stand there and admit that it was wrong and then correct it, you have to know that they're at least trying their best to be accurate, to be factual, and to give you like what they can with what they have, and not purposely give you fake information. So there's a difference there.
Okay, so on that note, we've already overstayed our welcome.
Oh, we have. It's been an hour and 6 minutes.
Well, yeah, you can't really count the countdown we did for like 3 minutes.
Okay, so it's been an hour and 3 minutes.
So we really need to wrap this up. And I mean, I know you have to. I know you're gonna be mad at me. Why are we all here for
I
so
gotta
long?
go to bed. No, I'm not gonna be mad at you.
No.
I was doing the talking too.
I know, but you're like, oh, well, we gotta go to sleep, and then you keep me up the whole time.
Dang, I don't sound like Puddin' Pops.
You come here with the Puddin' Pops.
I don't sound like that when I talk.
You're gonna kill you in the Puddin' Pops.
What is up with your? I never sound like that.
All right.
Your what do you call it? Your imitations of me are false.
So wait, Big Biz said don't go, stay. You want to stay a little longer? Or you want to go to bed?
Well, I have to go to bed.
All right. So we can't. I'm not gonna do it by myself.
You can.
No, I'm not gonna do it by myself.
Okay. Well, I have to go to bed because I have to wake up at 3:00 in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, you remember the first song by Ice T?
The 6:00 in the morning.
6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas sneaker across my bathroom floor. Out in my bathroom, I made my escape.
Wait, hold on. Who sings?
Didn't even grab
Who's-
my old school
Hold
tape.
on. Who sings that again?
Ice T.
Let him sing it.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Bam. All right, guys, we appreciate you as usual. I'm Millennial.
I'm a boomer. We
And
said it this time.
that's
We
right, we
forgot
got it
like
right.
the last couple
High
of times, I
five.
think.
Woo! Woo! Next week, I'm going to have long hair and she's going to have short hair.
And I'm going to have a white beard and he's going to be clean.
I ain't going to ever be clean.
No, clean shaven.
Oh, okay. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/MrBadleyTV to see how you can help. See you next week.